So I will not wish you Happy New Year. I will wish everybody a head year. What is head? HEAD. H is for happiness. E is for equanimity. A is for aspiration. D is for difficult times. So happiness, difficult times, aspirations, all that is going to be there in the new year. And as Arvind said, we can't avoid any one. We can't have only one. We will have all experiences that come, all different types of challenges that come. What is important is to be equanimous amidst all of them and continue to do our duties. So wish you a head year. I want to share a beautiful message of Pujya Gurudev. So I'm just going to share the screen here. What Pujya Gurudev says beautifully, the present is a crucible in which the past is smelted and the present is recast into more covetable and beautiful mold. You know, a crucible is where things get burnt in that heat and they get molded. So present is that crucible. What a beautiful word Gurudev has used, that if we think that the present is a crucible, then the past can be changed. Many things that have happened in this year, in the past, in our individual life, country's life, collective life of our culture. The present is a moment where we can change. And this year we have changed so many things. And the new year also will bring many of those opportunities. So he says that the present is recast into more covetable and beautiful mold. Those who strive thus to recast the present into more beautiful future, to such men alone, the fresh year is truly a new year. So how much have we transformed? How much have we overcome the past inhibitions? How much have we made our future more covetable, more glorious? Then that is a new year. To all others, a year is a mind-boggling routine set of another 365 days with nothing to look forward to except the unmitigated boredom of day-to-day living. Dynamic members of Chinmay Mission must make this a creative new year, and I wish all such people a happy new year. This is what Gurudev used to say, and especially he used to say that don't look behind, look ahead. We have two great responsibilities. One is to wipe clean the mistakes of the past, another is to create a glorious future by looking ahead. So how do we do that? I'm going to share one Subhashita, and beautiful Subhashita, which says, Udyama sahasam dhairyam buddhi shakti parakramaha. 6 aspects. Udyama sahasam dhairyam buddhi shakti parakramaha. Shadete yatra vartante tatra deva sahayakrit. Where these 6 are there, there the divine grace also flows and one is able to achieve great success. These 6 qualities we can cultivate and our year can become new. What Gurudev said, we can mold our past into a covetable future. So what are these 6? First is Udyamaha. What is the meaning of Udyamaha? Means the spirit of entrepreneurship, the spirit of doing something new, doing something creative, enterprising nature, industrious nature. Udyamaha. Utsaha also it can mean, with great energy, enthusiasm, dynamism. There are difficulties, there is no doubt, but we see the positive aspects. We look forward to achieving higher goals. So what is the highest goal that we can set for ourselves in the next 1 year? There may be different goals in our life to achieve, different things to achieve in the short term, immediate goals, short term goals, medium term goals, long term goals, etc. But in that 1 year, next year, what is the highest goal that we will achieve? We should ask ourselves that question. Set up various other goals, and one goal is the most important one. Uncompromisingly, I have to achieve that. That is Udyamaha. And in setting that goal, how industrious am I? How big I can think? Do I limit myself? Do I start by saying, no, these are things which can't be done, they're very difficult. Let me do small things. It is better to achieve small goals and feel the joy of achieving those goals. No doubt achieve small goals also, but out of the fear, don't stop thinking big. Many people don't think big at all. And this Subhashita beautifully says, Udyamaha. What is that goal that I will set for myself? New goal, which can be inspiring, which can manifest my potential. Gurudev always said, higher the goal is, greater is the inspiration. So what is the goal that I will set? Especially if we see what we discussed. Individually, as a country, and as my contribution to my culture, in all the three areas, what will I do which will bring out the spirit of industriousness, energy, enthusiasm out of me? One of the things that we are working on in Chinmay Yuva Kendra is a play on Swami Vidyaranyaji. It has been in process for quite some time, but I have set this as a goal. It will happen 100% in 2022. And we will try to see it, to bring it up on the OTT platforms. Let us see. So that is one goal, Udyamaha. Then Sahasam. We must have courage. Life is all about growing in fearlessness and courage. It is overcoming inhibitions, overcoming our comfort zones into which we are stuck. Try something that we have never done. Learn something new, which will, take up something which will push our boundaries, which will make us feel this is very difficult. That is what will help us to make our potential manifest more and more. Within comfort zone, it's very easy to achieve many things. What will push me out of that? What will make me absolutely uncomfortable? Because in the area of uncomfortable is the maximum growth. We are creatures of comfort. We love comfort. We just enjoy, and Gurudev used to say, comfort comes as a guest, lingers on to become host, and then completely enslaves us. For a spiritual seeker especially, comfort is a big enemy. You should avoid that enemy. So what is that which will make us completely uncomfortable? Push us, throw us off balance, make us challenge our own question, our own ideas, question ourselves. Something has to be done that way. Then the year is also new and we ourselves are new. Udyama Sahasam. What will help us to love more? Because one of the biggest challenges we have is fear. We don't love people. We are scared. If we love people, people will take us for a ride. If we forgive people, they will take us for a ride. This year, we must have hurt people. People must have hurt us. Do we have the courage to forgive? And do we have the courage to go out and love them? That is Sahasam. That is spiritual growth. So, Udyama, Sahasam, Dhairyam, fortitude. If we have set high goals, we are becoming uncomfortable, then we need fortitude, because if fortitude is not there, we will give up very easily. Little obstacles come, we say, no, this is not possible, this is not practical, no, I can't do this. Fortitude comes from the conviction, why do I need to achieve this? If we are talking about revival of Sanatan Dharma, if we are talking about the war that is happening against our culture, it requires tremendous fortitude to continuously keep at it. Attacks are continuously happening, so we also have to defend continuously and ensure that our culture is promoted dynamically, aggressively also. So it's a war, individual level, at the level of the culture also, even at the country level, we are surrounded by enemies completely who keep on eating into our territory. who create fights outside the country, on the borders, who create fights inside the country. It's a continuous battle. Fortitude. So for our goals, what are the goals we want to achieve? We have to cultivate that fortitude that comes from the conviction of why this goal needs to be achieved. Why is Hindu revival important? Why is Hindu survival today? We are in a difficulty, in a crisis. Why is that important? How, in many of these motivational seminars, they say, how badly do you need it? It may be anything. It may be fitness. It may be regularity in sadhana. It can be, gaining some knowledge. It can be marriage. It can be relationships. It can be buying a new house. Whatever may be the goals, there are obstacles in that. One has to fight. How badly do I need it? What is the importance of this? Why is it important for me? So intellectually, emotionally, one has to know that. So udyamaha, sahasam, dhairyam. Then buddhi. Buddhi literally is intelligence, but what will I do to expand my vision? What kind of literature I may read, I may study, I may browse, I may listen. What will be that which I take as new information, knowledge, reflect upon it, change my convictions? Which new books am I going to study? If we say as a seeker, what are the texts I'm going to reflect upon or explore new subjects? One of the things I plan to do is to read Manusmriti properly, fully. So, Udyama, Sahasam, Dhairyam, Buddhi. Buddhi also is where we have values. So, which value am I going to hold on to? Uncompromisingly, we have to choose one value, that this 1 year is dedicated to this one particular value, and this I will live consistently, uncompromisingly. Buddhi. Then Shakti. Energy, physical energy. Shakti can mean mental energy also, spiritual energy also, but right now let's focus it on the spiritual, the physical energy, because other things we have covered, the mental and the intellectual aspects. So Shakti. What will I do to improve my fitness, improve my health, improve my stamina? If I have not been able to do exercises regularly, can I do that? One person says the only exercise I do is jumping to conclusions, pushing my luck, and dodging deadlines. Physically, what will I do to improve my fitness? Brahmacharya is something that helps to improve more and more the inner strength. So what will I do to increase my self-control, increase my virya shakti, hold on to brahmacharya and generate that vital energy, conserve that vital energy in the body. Buddhi, Shakti. And last one is Parakramaha. Parakramaha means great actions. Karma is action. Parakrama is something very grand, glorious action. So what is that glorious action that I'm going to do? What is that which will make me dynamic much more than this year? Last year now, 3 minutes are over. So what will make me more dynamic this year? What great goals am I going to achieve with the help of people as a teamwork? Improve my ability to connect with people, and together we achieve some great goals. So that is Parakramaha. As a spiritual seeker, something that one can do is take up some Anushtan. It can be japa, it can be upvas, it can be meditation, it can be anything. Anushtan. One of the Anushtan I am going to do, you are welcome to join in that. That's not a private Anushtan. It is open for all to join. Is a 40-day Anushtan. Wake up in Brahma Muhurat and do Brahma Chintan on Brahma Jnanavali. We will do. Whoever wants to join can join. 40 days, get that habit to wake up in Brahma Muhurat and get up and do the chanting, do the meditation. By then our mind will, if we do that 40 days Anushtan continuously, we will get into a good habit, because to get up in Brahma Muhurat, we have to sleep early and then get up early and set the whole day's tune beautifully, it goes through. So let us see. I will inform you that Brahma Muhurat, this Anushthan, the 40 days, it will come. As announcement, you all can join. So what are the 6 things? Udyamaha, Sahasam, Dhairyam, Buddhihi, Shaktihi, Parakramaha. What time exactly is Brahma Muhurat? So that's the first prahar of the day before sunrise, 40 minutes minimum. So 2 muhurtas before at least. We will take just 1 muhurat before, about 40 minutes is 1 muhurat. So if sunrise is, let us say, 6 o'clock and 40 minutes before. So 5:20. So we'll fix a time that every day we will have at a specific time. So let us say we have meditation at 5:30. So 5:30 to 6 o'clock every day we will do meditation. Sunrise time keeps changing each day, but let's keep it as fixed, because between 3 and 6 is considered the first prayer. So in that time we will do meditation for half an hour at least. So these 6 things may we cultivate, and when we do that, our year will definitely be what year? A head year. So wish you all great efforts to cultivate these 6 aspects, and may Bhagwan bless us to grow at all levels in a holistic way, as individuals and as great contributors to our glorious culture, magnificent country, and this grand universe at large. So now we will do a short meditation. As the new year has just begun, we will get into this short meditation. I will just share the screen and you will see Om on that. You are welcome to focus on that Omkar. All right. So everyone can sit erect. Close your eyes gently. Relax your shoulders. Let your hands be in your lap, palms facing the sky. Be aware of your breath. Let your breathing be slow, steady, and deep. As I say inhale, take a slow and deep breath. As I say relax, exhale, and let go of any stress or strain. Exhale all the air. Inhale. Relax. Inhale. Relax. Inhale. Relax. Inhale. Relax. Continue to breathe slow, steady, and deep. In the space between the two eyebrows or in your heart, invoke the auspicious form of your Sadguru or any form of God that you like. Feel that you are in front of the Lord or the Sadguru. Both are one and the same. Invoke gratitude in your heart and thank the Lord or the Sadguru for all the blessings and the challenges that we have faced in 2021. Both the blessings and the challenges, they help us to grow. Whether we know it or not, we are better because of both. We have come here to exhaust certain karmas. Every moment, our life is an expression of exhausting karmas. 365 days, many karmas we have exhausted. We may have picked up more karmas also, but it is all a part of evolution. Even if we feel we have fallen, we should know that all falls are ultimately a rise in the total picture. So again, we have to pull ourselves up and start rising. The harder a ball is hit on the ground, the higher it will rise. Let us have that resilience to rise higher and higher, even if life makes us fall harder and harder. So thank Bhagwan, thank the Sadguru for all the blessings and the difficult times. Be grateful for everything that we have gone through. We are alive is a great blessing itself. In spite of so much of threat to life, we are still alive. If anybody has hurt you, drop any resentment, hatred, dislike towards them. Invoke forgiveness. We may also have hurt people. Seek their forgiveness. Until we don't let go and forgive, we cannot be new. Our year will not be new. Invoke love in the heart. God is of the nature of love. Flood the entire world with your love. Let there be no exceptions. Feel that you are like a Wi-Fi booster or a router which transmits waves of love to the whole world. Each of us is an ocean of love, but we are living on a surface. We have to dive deep. Send love to the person whom you have disliked or hated the most. Pray for the well-being of that person. We cannot hate anyone without hurting ourselves first. So drop any hatred, invoke maximum love. Life is meant to love, not to hate. Externally, if we have to fight for something, we may fight, but without any hatred in the heart. That is what the Gita teaches us. Tato yuddhaya yujyasva naivam papam avapsyasi. So forgive and let go of any hurt, resentment, dislike, pain. Let us become fresh, just like we take bath and all the impurities are washed out. Visualize that you are taking a dip in Mother Ganga, letting go of all the negatives, and you come out purified. Visualize that 3 times you have taken a dip in Mother Ganga. And pray to the Lord now that this year 2022, O Lord, bless me with these 6 aspects. As I repeat the shloka, you mentally repeat it to yourselves. Bring yourself into that prayerful mode where we seek these from the Lord. Udyama sahasam dhairyam उद्यम साहसं धैर्यं बुद्धि शक्ति पराक्रमः। बुद्धि शक्ति पराक्रमः। O Lord, O Sadguru, bless me with Udyamaha, industriousness, enterprising enthusiasm, Sahasam, bless me with courage, Dhairyam, bless me with fortitude, Buddhihi, bless me with intelligence, Shaktihi, bless me with great strength, and Parakramaha, glorious deeds and actions. Bless me with these six for my individual growth. Bless my family members with these six. Bless my friends, relatives, and people who serve me. It could be a watchman, it could be a milkman, it could be someone who cleans the car. Please bless all of them. Bless my community. Please bless my country, my countrymen, and bless everyone in the world with these six. Every day you give us new opportunities, O Lord. May we not repeat our old mistakes. Mentally, offer some flowers at the feet of the Lord or the Sadguru. Perform a pradakshina. Come to prostrate in front of the Lord or the Sadguru. Feel that the hand of the Lord or the Sadguru is on your head. And with their blessings, may this new year really turn out to be new. We will chant Om 5 times, followed by the universal prayer for peace. Om. ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय, तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय, मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। हरिः ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम। Be aware of your breath. Be aware of your body. Be aware of the things around you. Gently rub your palms, place them on the face and open your eyes.
आरती श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की, दिव्य रूप मूर्ति करुणा की। आरती सद्गुरु की, चरणों में उनके शांति समाए। शरणागत की भ्रांति मिटाए, पाप ताप संताप हरण की। आरती श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की, आरती सद्गुरु की। वेद उपनिषद गीता को गाया, धर्म सनातन फिर से जगाया। शुद्ध नीति प्रीति शंकर की। आरती श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की, आरती सद्गुरु की। सिद्ध भाड़ी की तपोभूमि में, नित्य विराजे गुरु हमारे। भक्त हृदय आनंद स्तोत्र की। आरती श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की, आरती सद्गुरु की। आरती श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की, दिव्य रूप मूर्ति करुणा की। आरती सद्गुरु की, आरती सद्गुरु की। श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय।
ओम नमस्ते सूर्यो भाति न चंद्र तारकं नारकेतो भान्ति कुतोऽयमग्निः तमेव भान्तमनुभाति सर्वं तस्य भाषा सर्वं इदं विभाति। श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। Everyone, please take Aarti.